The UAE has become the backdrop of a growing and eclectic art scene, from Abu Dhabi's Louvre Museum to the high-end streets of Gate Village in DIFC to the more rough and organic atmosphere of Quoz. Although still in its infancy, the country's artistic landscape is beginning to take shape. Swiss Art Gate UAE is one initiative that is definitely contributing to this. We spoke with Managing Director Kurt Blum about the important role art plays in bridging the cultural gap. Kurt Blum first arrived to Dubai in 2007 as a music teacher, but it wasn't long after that he established Swiss Art Gate UAE in 2008, with the aim of initiating and fostering cultural programs and dialogue between Swiss and Arab artists, whether in music, visual arts, literature and dance. Can you tell us a little more about the Swiss Art Gate concept and how it has developed over the years?
I thought about how I can promote Switzerland in arts and culture here in the UAE. So I started with small events. Mostly I do art exhibitions in public places, and actually I want to do culture events between Switzerland and the UAE. I want to showcase artists from Switzerland in the UAE, but also I did in the past events with artists going from the UAE to Switzerland. When I started my business 7 years ago, it was a little bit difficult how to make money. So I started with small events. I had art exhibition once in Ras Al Khaimah in the Rak Hospital. I had an event at the Swiss Embassy with the Emirati artist. And I started actually with the Formula One photographer in Abu Dhabi in Emirates Palace with a photo exhibition during the Formula One event, the first one actually in Abu Dhabi 2009. And it got quite a huge exposure in the media. That's why I continued actually to do art exhibitions, photo exhibitions, and this is my core business actually, art exhibitions and selling paintings.
Why did you feel it was your responsibility to expose the UAE to Switzerland's art and culture and vice versa? And in your opinion, why do you feel that Swiss art is so important?
I think everybody knows Switzerland for the Swiss cheese, for the chocolate, for the mountains, for the snow, the banks. But have you heard about Mummenschanz, a stage performance, or Giacometti, a Swiss artist? So I feel we have a lot of very good top artists and performers, musicians in Switzerland, and nobody knows about it. So I think it's quite important to bring this here in this region beside other event or countries who show their culture activities. I saw that different arts councils are here in the UAE. You have the Goethe Institute, the Germans, they are here. The British Council, you have Alliance Française here. From the French, they do their language courses, and they have some cultural activities here, bringing artists from their countries to the UAE. And I thought, where is Switzerland?
Living in the UAE, we are lucky in that we are introduced to and have the opportunity to understand and appreciate Arab culture and art. So how important is it to create a platform that nurtures cross-culture dialogue between nations? And are initiatives such as Swiss Art Gate UAE ultimately facilitating in a more tolerant community in the country?
I think really it's very important to have a cultural platform here in the UAE. Me as a Swiss, I feel it's important that I can showcase Switzerland for let's say Emiratis going to Switzerland, and on the other hand I want to show the cultural platform in Switzerland, that people in Switzerland can and understand the Arabs in a more different way than what you see only maybe in the media. So it's a language that we can learn from each other and that we can understand from each other. And in times like the moment where it's a little bit turmoil, I think it's more important that also I can see something from another culture, maybe to have a show, to enjoy some music, to forget something. And this is a part of the whole culture package what I try to bring here to the UAE.
Welcome back. Swiss Art Gate UAE has been responsible for the continued cross-cultural exchange between European and Arabic artists. Kurt Blum continues to mediate these relationships, encouraging both the upcoming and the more established artists to break down barriers and repaint people's sometimes mistaken perceptions on different cultures and people. Can you talk us through some of the more memorable moments that have occurred due to Swiss Art Gate UAE?
One of the most important events for me and a memorable event is the yearly Swiss Days Dubai. It's a culture event where I bring Swiss artists to the UAE. It's an event with around 10 to 15 artists. I fly in from Switzerland, and next year we have the 8th edition of this event at the Madinat Theatre Jumeirah. I did exhibitions in Burj Al Arab with Emirati artists, and I did 6 exhibitions in Armani Hotel in Burj Khalifa. We have always very much interest from people coming to this exhibition in these very luxury places. Recently I did the exhibition for Sheikha Shamma. She's from the royal family. She asked me to do a charity art exhibition, and all the proceeds they went to the charity Wanna Read. And Wanna Read is an initiative to support children with books for children who are in the hospital. So I organized the whole exhibition, actually the biggest exhibition with around 45 artworks in Abu Dhabi in a palace.
I guess finally, how do you see Swiss Art Gate further expanding in the country, and is this a concept that you would want to introduce to other countries in the region?
Actually, I work alone in my company, so it makes it a little bit difficult to expand my ideas. But I'm very active in Abu Dhabi, I'm very active in Dubai. I have 4 places where always I have an art exhibition ongoing. So I focus still on what I'm doing right now with art exhibitions is one part, and the other part is the Swiss Days Dubai. I have another event, actually the Emirati Swiss Friendship Forum, where I go with Emirati artists to Switzerland. We did a photo exhibition about late Sheikh Zayed in Switzerland, where he was rowing on the Lake of Geneva. These kind of photographs we showed in Switzerland. So I would say it's difficult to expand. I can imagine I could go to other Emirates, like doing something more in Ras Al Khaimah or in Fujairah or in Sharjah. And then expanding in the region is also a little bit a challenge. I would need to work together maybe with the Swiss Embassy in Qatar or with the Swiss Embassy in Oman. So these are future ideas, but let's see.
Well, that brings us to the end of our program. If you would like to know more about any of the stories you have seen tonight, you can contact us at uaeweekly@city7tv.com or by calling us on 04 367 2230. From myself and the entire team, have a great week ahead.